Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing the latest transfer news. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona aim to sign 3 players before the summer window closes. We are going to be discussing about that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about this other report claiming that Barcelona need to achieve 3 goals before signing 3 priority players. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking this video and please watch it right up to the very end. Reliable journalist Gerard Romero has been hugely involved in reporting Barcelona's transfer activity in this summer transfer window, notably playing a key role in breaking out the Jules Koundé story. The reputed Spanish journalist has now offered another update on Barca's transfer activity, claiming that the club are hoping to sign up to 3 players by the end of this month. The 3 players in question are Bernardo Silva, Joan Foyth, and Marcos Alonso, each of who should greatly impact the overall strength of the concerned department. Alonso, for one, is expected to offer some much-needed competition and backup for veteran Jordi Alba at left-back. The Spaniard should not cost a fortune either, as his current deal at Stamford Bridge expires at the end of the season. Even Joan Foyth's negotiations with Villarreal might not prove to be tricky, as the club are in a position to fund the move by offering Sergio Dest in the coming days. Barca have already made a few positive strides in the pursuit of the young Argentine, with Romero himself suggesting that a personal agreement could soon be on the offing. However, things get tricky when it comes to the capture of Bernardo Silva. The Manchester City superstar is by far the most expensive option on this list, with the player valued at around 100 million euros. While the English champions are open to sanctioning the sale of Silva, they understand it is very late in the transfer window and they may have difficulties finding a right replacement for him should the player depart to Camp Nou in the coming days. Most importantly, Barcelona are not in a position to fund a move for Silva and may have to rely heavily on the sale of players such as Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong if they are to harbor the hopes of signing the Portuguese international this summer. So realistically, those are the 3 players that Barca need to, strengthen the remaining parts of the squad. We're talking about a new left back, we've been talking about a new right back, and Bernardo Silva potentially coming. We know all this. Getting these 3 players done before the summer transfer window comes to a close is not an easy task at all. It's not an easy task. It might be easy for us to say Joan Foyth comes at right back or Marcos Alonso, but when we look at Bernardo Silva, things get more complicated. Man City value the player a lot, and given as the summer transfer window is soon coming to a close, it makes me wonder if actually City will sell Bernardo Silva to us, knowing fully well that there's no replacement. And given that the very short period of time left for this summer transfer window, they'll have no time to get a proper replacement for Silva. And we know before Barca want to even sign Silva, Barca need to, carry out some very huge departures. We're not talking about Umtiti and Bradworth here. We're talking about players like Frenkie de Jong, talking about, Aubameyang, something like that, before Barca can even dream of getting Bernardo Silva, except they want to sign a fit economic lever, which is not realistic at the moment. So it's going to be very complicated. But let's see if Laporta can make his magic again. Of course, Barca have been shocking most of us this summer, when we never expected Barca to go ahead to sign as many players that they have signed, but Barca continue to do the magic. So let's see actually if Barca can bring in these 3 players to strengthen these positions before this summer transfer window comes to a close. Right back, Joan Foyth have been the most talked about from Villarreal, and the player is closing in on personal terms with Barcelona. The player is so excited about Barca as he sees it as, a huge step in his football career. So it will not be surprising if Joan Foyth agreed to join Barca very soon, and Villarreal Let's see. It depends on Villarreal because the price tag might be a problem. Villarreal have been asking for 42 million euros for Joan Foy, but Barca are reluctant to pay such a heavy amount of money. Barca are willing to pay at most 30 million euros for the young right back. So it remains to be seen what will be decided on that. Then for left back, Marcos Alonso have been the most talked about. The player, is well determined to join Barca. Chelsea coach Thomas Tuchel knows that very well, even excluded the player from the opening game for Chelsea in the Premier League to tell the player to go and sort out his future. But so far, Barca have not made a move. Barca needs to, arrange certain things, sell some few players before they can rush to sign him and also register him, because we know signing a player and registering a player are two different things. With the legal financial fair play rules very, very complicated nowadays. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Spanish journalist Gerard Romero has offered a long report on Barcelona's transfer activity recently, shedding light on the club's pursuit of several key targets in these final weeks of the transfer window. Romero has already revealed that Barca have targeted 3 players this month in the form of Bernardo, Marcos Alonso and Joan Foy. The latter is even close to signing personal terms with the club. However, adding to his long report about Barca's transfer activity this summer, Romero suggests the Catalans require some big money sales, among other things if they are to fund a move for 3 of their top targets. He has listed 3 goals Barcelona need to achieve in order to sign all of these 3 players, one of which is the sale of fringe players Memphis and Sergio Dest. Even Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has to be offloaded in order to help the club generate the desired transfer revenue. In addition to the sale of their star players, Barca must hold negotiations with the likes of Gerard Piqué, Busquets, Alba, Ter Stegen and Pjanic over potential salary cut. These are some of the most experienced players in the team and take up a chunk of the club's wage budget. Hence, convincing them to lower their demands could go a long way in helping the club balance the books and make way for new players. Lastly, Barcelona must find a solution to their Frankie de Jong problem. The Dutchman was expected to depart Camp Nou earlier in the month, but it appears his lucrative wages are becoming a huge problem for the club. With that in mind, the Blaugrana must either convince him to take up a significant salary cut or sanction his exit in the coming days. De Jong's departure, after all, could put Barcelona in an excellent position to not only afford Bernardo Silva, but also Alonso and Foy as we enter the final phase of this transfer window. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, it's bye for now.